This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, good morning. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, good afternoon, Vijay.
Very good afternoon, Amit. Just a minute. Okay, so let me confirm. Am I audible? Can you hear me well?
Yes,
Yes, we can
loud
hear
and
you.
clear.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. So far, so what we're talking about today, we kind of talked about what is ServiceNow. So where does it's used? What is the purpose of a ServiceNow? And a couple of introductions happened yesterday, right? So now, so let me give you one more brief about ServiceNow, and then we will move into the further ITIL structures and what is the type of tickets we have in ServiceNow. Then how do we request for a free instance? Then we will move on to the configuration part here, right? So we all know that ServiceNow is a ticketing tool, or we also call it as what ITSM solution, right? ITSM solution. So information technology service management, right? Information technology service management solution. Okay, management solution. So we create tickets, update tickets, manage tickets, and all right. Yeah. So ITSM is a term which comes from concept called ITIL. Okay, which is information technology infrastructure library. Okay, information technology infrastructure library. So what is this ITIL? ITIL is a set of guidelines, set of guidelines which provides a which helps organization in order to provide a better customer support service. Yeah, better customer services. All right. Yeah. So now let's talk about this ITIL. Right. So let's talk about this ITIL and where does this fits in ITIL. Right. ITIL is a set of guidelines. It's kind of a book, right, with multiple chapters. So what does this ITIL will tell you? If you adopt the ITIL if you adopt the ITL, so everybody, the organization who will be able to provide the better customer support, better customer services. Okay. So now moving into stuff here, right? So if you look into this, right? So ITL by default have 5 domains. Okay. What is this 5 domains? Service, strategy, service, design, service, transition, service, yeah, service service operations, continuous service improvement, service improvement, right? Which is, we call it as CSI. We call this as a CSI. Service strategy, service design, service transition, service operations, and all, right? So why we need to know all these things? Because it's so where is this? How these guidelines will help organization to grow? I'll tell you. So we were talking about a product-based companies and a service-based companies, right? Service-based organization, right? A product-based companies are nothing but they manufacture the product and they sell the product and they make money. Service-based companies are something, they provide the services to the products and they make money from the products. Yeah. Let's assume there is an Apple organization called Apple, which is a product-based organization. Product-based organization. Yeah, product-based organization. Okay. So this Apple is a product-based organization. They are completely focused on the manufacturing side. Okay. As a company, they are completely focused on the manufacturing side. They wanted to provide a best product to the customers in terms of gadgets, in terms of laptops, can be your earphones, watches, specs, anything. We wanted to world best product they wanted to focus on. So their main focus would be on the product manufacturing. While they are manufacturing the product, that they'll not be able to focus on the customer support sometimes. Let's say they are not able to focus more on the support side. So they kind of, so balancing these two, product manufacturing and the services, would be a hard thing for any organization to move. So Apple decided, hey, let me hand over this support piece to one of the service-based organizations, and let the service-based organization handle the things, and I will pay the amount for them. I'll pay the amount for them, while since they provided customer support for us, Apple customers, right? So what Apple will do, Apple will come into the market, right, IT, and they start, hey guys, I wanted you to come up with the plans, right? I wanted you to come up with the plans of providing Apple customer support. I wanted to hand over the services part to any of the service-based company. So if you look into a couple of companies like Wipro, right, Infosys, and TCS, right, Capgemini, these are all service-based companies. Accenture, these are all service-based companies. They don't own any product here. They have not manufacturing anything. They just kind of providing services. So for that, they provide services, they make money, and they pay salaries, and they grow. Okay. So now Apple will come into the market. Hey guys, I want you to come up with your plans and how do you want it to provide services. So let me take care of this. Let me handle this, right? So then Apple says, okay, so their companies like, Wipro, Infosys, TCS, Capgemini started analyzing the Apple strategy, and they follow ITIL guidelines in order to win the project. Wow. The first thing is, what they do is they will have their strategy in place. What is this? They will build a strategy. What is your strategy? The strategy will be, organization like Apple, it's spread across the world. right, in different continents, and it have their product launched into different countries, and different kind of people start using them, right? So, and different languages we need to understand, right? So when what is your high level plan in order to provide the Apple customers? If the product is in India, that's fine, like, only Indian customers will call. I can manage with Hindi, English, or Indian languages, Tamil, like Telugu. Now, but wide across this product like this, but how are you going to manage this, right? And what is your plan, overall plan, right? So it's like a 50,000 feet plan. So how we are going to provide a best customer support for the Apple? It's a high level strategy organization will build. Wipro, Infosys, TCS, Capgemini, Accenture. These are the companies. They will build a strategy to convince Apple. So let's assume, so the Capgemini strategy is very impressive. The kind of, they says, I have even something like Apple, even my organization spread across the globe, and my organization have offices in different companies. So this will be another advantage, and we talk different languages, and we have multiple data center, etc., etc., etc. So kind of finally, Capgemini is able to convince Apple. So then Apple says, very good, I like your strategy. Why don't you give me a clear design? Very clear design of what you mentioned in the strategy. I want everything to be on the inch by inch paper design. How you want to do. So then Capgemini will start preparing a service design. How we are going to do. So Apple is very much interested. You said you wanted to do this. Wonderful. I liked it. Give me a proper design. So then Capgemini will start designing a whole bunch of projects, right? How we are going to support the customers, what kind of gadgets available. So if you have Apple iPhone, how do you do? If you have Apple earpods, how do you do? If you have a tablet, Mac, and specs, and you have a lot of things you have, how we are going to support in different continents. It has like a full-fledged book, a design. Capgemini will present it to Apple. Apple convinced, wonderful. I like your design. I like your strategy. Let's go ahead and write down the agreement, and I'm going to hand over services part to you. So when the services signing and everything is completed, so that's where your service transition come into the picture. Transition means what, right? So Apple will start knowledge transfer to the Capgemini people. Capgemini will recruit bunch of people, right? Capgemini will recruit bunch of people, and then they kind of looked into the solution. They take knowledge transfer from existing Apple employees, and Apple will hire a couple of people to work with Capgemini and all the stuff. Well, it's like transition will take time, like, so because it's a wide product, so one by one they do knowledge transfer. What is your plan of transition? You wanted to go with the EU region first, or APAC region first, or in North America region first? What do you want to do? It's a plan again. So they will do a transition phase by phase. It's not overnight thing that will happen, right? So while the transition is going on, the key part of ITIL is a service operations. Service operations, right? Service operations is something. Okay, you transitioned a product from Apple to Capgemini. How are you managing the product, right? You need to provide a weekly or monthly or bi-weekly updates to the Apple, right? So you need to provide the summary. How am I doing in terms of the customer support, right? How am I doing in terms of the customer support? So you weekly or monthly, you will say, hey, Apple, I got 100 issues this month, out of which I was able to solve 99 issues without a fail, and within the agreed time, there's one issue which is delayed. So this is what I have. You give a clear report to the picture, to the Apple. So in this service operation, there will be a lot of things that come into the picture, including your infrastructure. Infrastructure means what? Your computers, your laptop, your transportation, your food, your food coupons, your salaries. People log in, people log out, people don't join, people will terminate, and there are people, you recruit people. Everything will come into them, including from your air conditioners, right, of your organization. Everything will come into the picture, into the service operation. So trust me, if a project value is $100, you will spend $80 only on operations. And this is where your ITSM come into the picture, service management. Because if you wanted to showcase the operations to the Apple, you need to manage your services, right? You need to manage your, how do you, if you wanted to manage your services, you can't manage your services in your Excel sheet or your in your Word or your Notepad or something, right? You need a genuine data, you need a genuine data which cannot be a malfunction. So that's where the ITSM tool like ServiceNow will come into the picture, right? So you look into the application and do a report and get the report, and then you will present it to your Apple. So this is what we received. Here is a proof. ServiceNow with some tool that we are using, and if you look into the tool, this is a genuine data. I'm giving it to you. I'm also giving you access. Go ahead and do that. Right? This operations is ITSM that comes to the picture, right? And the other thing is a continuous service improvement, which we call as a CSI. Continuous service improvement means what here is anticipating the future issues. Okay, what is CSI? CSI is nothing but, let's say you received 100 calls for this month. Out of these 100 calls, 60 calls related to iPhone 7, and there is a bug that people are reporting. That means you proactively reach out to Apple saying, hey, in this month we have received 100 calls. Out of that, 70 calls related to the iPhone 7. There is a bug. People are complaining. I think you need to release a patch. Then what Apple do? Apple work on the iOS patch and they will deliver the patch to the customer so that these 70 calls will be reduced over there, right? So it's like, you keep improving your services. You anticipate your issues before the issue comes to you, before the issue highlighted to you. You anticipate it and you keep supporting the your product, and so that you will earn money, you will earn impression, and your project will extend, right? So that's how the ITIL will help organization to grow in terms of a services part, right? So that's a ITL. Any questions? I'll give a pause here. So if you have any questions, please. Wonderful. Can drop silence. No problem. I will assume this is a no questions. If you have any question, raise your hand. Right now, so the project is implemented. Once a project is implemented, now we've been talking about this statement, right? What is ServiceNow? ServiceNow is a ticketing tool. What is ServiceNow? ServiceNow is a ticketing tool. What tickets you're talking about? Is it a flight ticket or it's a train ticket or it's a movie ticket? No, right? A ticket is something. There are a bunch of tickets that are available in ServiceNow, right? So the very first thing will be type of tickets will be request. Okay, an incident, problem, change, again normal change, standard change, right? Emergency change. Yeah. So how many types of tickets we have? We have multiple types of tickets: request, incident, problem, change, and all these things, right? And we also have a known error, right? And there are multiple types of tickets we have, right? Let's go one by one analyzing this. So what is request? Anybody have any understanding on what is request? Anyone? That's fine if it's a layman or silly answer, that's fine. I just wanted to see your understanding about it.
Any inquiry done by the service desk?
Okay, any inquiry? Inquiry is a separate thing, yeah, but yes. Okay. So 50%, I agree. But I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Requesting something, but like requesting any item like related to the software, something like that in daily organization. If you want any software, you will request it, and it will go for the approvals, right? So in that case, we can think the request.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So, and what is request? Request is anything You can't perform your job responsibilities without this. Without something, right? So for example, you joined as a ServiceNow developer and you don't have access to ServiceNow. Can you perform your job responsibilities? No, right? You need ServiceNow access. That means it's a request, right? And you joined an organization where when you join the organization, like you say you're not given with a laptop, right? You will request for laptop. Your mice is not working, then you request for new mice. You have a keyboard and you need request for the keyboard, right? And you need some software to be installed on your computer, right? So that's a request. Anything new, anything new will be a request, which you cannot cannot perform your job responsibilities without this particular thing. That will be a request, right? A request is something, anything which you are entitled to have as part of your job responsibility. You are entitled to have as part of your job responsibility. You can't perform without a ServiceNow access. You can't be a developer. You're not given with the developer instance. You can't just perform your job responsibility. Where do you write the code? Where do you enhancement? Where do you write the enhancement? As long as you don't have access to ServiceNow, that's a request, right? Anything that you entitled to have, anything that you entitled to have in order to perform job responsibilities. Right? In order to perform your job responsibilities, right? That will be incident. A request. What is incident? What is incident? Incident is something, any service disruption. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, proceed.
Yeah. Any service disruption will be an incident. Any service issue. There is a server which is running, and by the time I left the organization, by the time I logged off, after then it was working and now it's down, right? That is unexpected. So you what do you do? Like you just go for a break, lunch break, and you had your lunch and you go back, you try to log in to a laptop, your password is not working. That's completely unexpected, right? And there is a file share which is not working. It was working 1 hour before, it's not working. That's service disruption. So any service disruption in the continuously running processes, any service disruption in the continuously running processes will be called as an incident, right? I want to give you another example. A person is driving his bike on the road, right? He never thought he will fall down, but all of a sudden he fell down. What we will be called as? Will be called as an incident, right? It's an accident, we call it as, right? So never expected, right? Poor guy fell down. So that's where the incident comes into the picture. Incident is something, any service disruption in the continuously running services will be your incident. Okay, any service disruption. Now, so let's assume there is a server in Singapore is down. Singapore is down at 3:40 a.m. in the morning. What happens there? It's an incident, right? So now what happens, the actual process will be, there will be a person called incident manager. There will be a person called incident manager. This guy, incident manager, he will be in office 24/7. He will be in office 24/7. And his responsibility is to make sure if anything unexpected comes, and he will address, right? And he will gather the respective team, and he will try to solve the issue, right? So Singapore server is down at 3:40 p.m. and Mr. Incident Manager wake up. He looked into the issues. Hey, this is our issue, is the Singapore server. So he will open a bridge and he will engage the respective on-call persons or respective persons to be on the this thing, to be on the call and to address the issue. So what he will do one thing. I don't know what you guys do, hook or crook. I want this issue to be fixed, or at least provide a workaround, right? Because I'm not in a position to bear a cost of people, with the server down. There will be a huge business impact. I'm not going to bear this, disruption. You fix it, or at least you provide a workaround. So people started working on it. And they kind of looked into the solution, and they identified. They kind of provided a workaround. What is a workaround? They kill some services and server, and server is up and running. Right? They said it's just a workaround. Server may go down, right? So then everybody is happy as of now. So then incident manager go off and people will log up the call, and server is up and running at the moment as a workaround, since a workaround is provided. Now this incident manager, what he will do, he will convert this incident to a problem. What is problem? A problem is something. This problem is kind of a, consider them as the police officers. They will they consider them as an investigation officers, right? So they come into the picture, they will understand, they will identify a root cause. They will try for the root cause. What is the root cause? RCA, root cause analysis. They will ask you, they will do an investigation, and they will try to find out why is the server is down at the 3:40 a.m. in the morning. Why is this person fell down? Is it because of his rash driving? Is it because of the road is not good? Is it because of somebody hit and run? Is it because of the bike is not good? And what is the reason? And they kind of do analysis and identify what kind of reason they will do. So there are multiple types of RCA programs, like fishbone analysis, and there are 5 whys analysis, right? ITL will give you this, right? 5 why analysis and all these things. Multiple analysis program ITL provides. So using any of the technique, so they will do analysis, and they will understand the server is down because the RAM is low. Yeah, the RAM is low. This is why the server is running. It's like in a 1 TB SSD, we have a 2 GB RAM. This is a stupid configuration, right? So you have to increase the RAM. This will not work in this way, right? So then the problem, what is the problem team suggested? I did a root cause analysis. The server is gone down because it have a very damn low RAM capacity. You need to increase the RAM. Remember, right? I'll come to the known error in a moment. Remember this. What is this problem team is suggesting? Problem team is suggesting to change the RAM. So it's like increase in there is a cost involved there, right? So that's where you create a change request, right? Interviewer will ask you when a change request will be created. Any changes in the production environment will require a change, whether there is a cost involved or not involved, whether there is a production, people are impacted, not impacted. You are making some changes to the production environment, you need to log a change request. Interrogation, right? So the problem team do a root cause analysis, and they will say, hey, you need a change request. You need a change request to increase the RAM capacity. Otherwise, your server will go down again within no time, right? So when it is increased, when you wanted to increase the RAM, who is going to bear the cost of the RAM? Neither an incident manager nor a technical person, because we are all employees of our organization, right? So Who owns this cost center? Who owns this infrastructure team? He is the person who need to invest on increasing the RAM. Correct? So when there is a change request come into the picture, change request will go through some sort of approval. It go through THROUGH to go through some approvals. Right? The first approval will be your manager, and then it will go to CAB, which we called as Change Advisory Board. Change Advisory Board. What is the Change Advisory Board will do, and who will be part of this Change Advisory Board? The people who is going to invest in your organization, in your team, in your infrastructure team, right? Who is this cost for? And there will also be security involved in there, right? Your cyber security team will be placed, and they will ask you, if you are increasing the RAM, is this going to affect any other servers? Right? Everything will be asked over there, right? And then people try to invest money on it. And if your cost CAB is ready to approve and I'm okay to bear the cost, fine. It's a happy ending. I'm okay. Now, let's say your CAB is, your CAB says, I don't have money at the moment. I'm not in a position to increase the RAM because we are running out of money. I'm not going to invest on it. Do one thing. So every week, ask somebody to look into the server and keep disabling the unnecessary services, so that we can keep an eye on it and we'll keep the server up and running. Yeah. So this is a workaround what is suggested by the CAB, right? So, and change is rejected. Change is rejected. I don't have money. I'm not going to invest on it. So assign a person who will be working on it. So let him take care about the servers. Change is rejected. So when a change is rejected, whatever the workaround that we suggested, that workaround will be added here. Right? What is the workaround? So it will be in a known error database. We will keep everything documented. What we keep documented here, we'll keep like so and so time the issue occurs, and we provided so and so workaround, and there's a problem to get created. Problem team do a RCA, change request is created, change is rejected because they don't have the money. Everything is documented, right? What are we doing here? We need to kill the services and everything. So the after the change is rejected, Mr. John is going to update this known error database, and he's completely upset with the this stakeholders behavior, and he left the organization. After John left, there is a person called Mr. David come into the organization, and over a period, it is as expected, Singapore server down. Right? So this time David don't go through all this funda. He will straight away go to known error database and see, hey, do we have any kind of issues before? He will see, yeah, there is an issue. The same server gone down, and the person, Mr. John, have gone through all the process, and change advisory was rejected because they don't have the money. Let me go ahead and kill the unnecessary services and start start the service. Right? So that is the importance of a known error database. Right? Now, what is the difference between the normal change, standard change, and emergency change? Right? So I will say standard change, normal change, and emergency change. Standard change, normal change, and emergency. Standard change is something you introduce a new server. When you introduce a new server, you need to apply regular patches for it. You need to apply regular patches for it, right? So that is a production server, and you're applying patches. So every time you apply patches, you need to change request. No, these kind of issues you don't need to raise a change request again and again. There will be one standard change that you will be created, and that standard change in the standard change you will mention that this is a brand new server I am going to introduce, and every weekly we are going to apply a patch. So this is the change request. We're not going to raise any change request. Standard change. A normal change is something, any change that have an impact on people and money and business, that will go to a normal change. So normal changes will go to cap. Normal changes will go to standard change, will not go to the cap. Standard changes will not go to the cap, and normal changes will go to the cap. Cap will review, approve, then it will be processed there. Okay, processed there. Then the emergency change. What is emergency change? Any emergency. Your file server is down, right? Your external website is hacked. Website hacked, right? So if you recently see Air India is breached, Air India breached, Air India data breach, like almost 40,000 data, 40 lakhs of user data, including their credit card and CVV numbers, has been leaked. So, and there's a sale happened in the dark web, right? So it's like, this is a breach, right? So for that, emergency change, you don't have to go to the cap. You can straight away take the approval in the email, and you will do the activity. Then you will copy cap stakeholders and they will approve it. That's an emergency change. Yeah. So what is this difference between emergency change and cap? Cap meeting will happen only one day in a week. If you have any changes, you need to wait for this particular day to complete the meeting, and then you attend the meeting and you present your change and you get it approved, you come up to the meeting. But emergency change, there is no, you don't have to wait till this particular day. You can take approval at any time. Yeah, that is a type of change request, right? So that's the concept of ITIL and the concept of tickets and all these things. I'll give a quick pass of 2 minutes. If you have any questions, just let me know. That's a surprising thing. No questions? Is that because you don't understand, or you're not? You're fully answered. Santosh, Amit, Manadeep, Soumya.
No, you made it very clear, Vijay. So, then going with the definition you gave, real, it was good.
Very good.
Yeah, it's clear. Sir.
Yeah, it's clear. Mandeep,
Yeah, it's clear.
Soumya.
Just relating the things.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, looks like I did a great job. Wonderful. How about Soumya? Soumya? You're on mute, Soumya. All right, no worries. Yeah, okay. I'm having some network issues. No problem, Soumya. Take care. It's fine. All right, let's talk about ServiceNow now, right? So for a while that you're thinking whether are we learning ServiceNow or not. Yeah. So this is the basics and very important thing that before you understand a solution, right? So now, how do I request? Where should I practice? Where should I practice? ServiceNow, right? You need to practice ServiceNow in your own instance. In your own instance. Where is your instance? Your instance will be in the cloud, right? So what you need to do, you need to request ServiceNow per instance. This instance is free for lifetime. All ServiceNow want is you need to maintain at least activity. At least you need to log in. Come on, you need to log in once in 10 days. After 10 days, if you don't log in, inactive for 10 days, instance will be taken back to the pool. Yeah, keep in mind. Now, how can I request for instance? Go to developer.servicenow.com, hit on sign in, go get a ServiceNow account, click on register, enter your first name, last name, email address, password, confirm password, and enter the captcha. Then you need to read agreement, sign up. Once you sign up, then you will get an email saying, are you the legitimate user or not? Right? There is a link that you will be given with. You go ahead and log in with your link. Then once you're done, then you go to your instance, enter the username and password. Once you're done, then you will be moving into this page. Right? So click on request instance. So as I mentioned yesterday, we have different versions, right? So we have Orlando, this is the old version, Paris is a little old, and Quebec is the latest version, right? Hit on Quebec and hit on request. Right? You got your instance now. What is your instance? https://dev104773 servicenow.com. And this is your admin, and this is your password. Right? This is your instance. Yeah, this is your instance looks like. Hit on home. Okay. So when you request for instance, this is how you get it. Yeah. So the very first thing that everybody wanted to know, right? So if you don't know which version you are in, the very first thing what you need to do, go to this place. How do I edit this? This place. Okay, go to this place. Type stats dot do. Okay, stats dot do, and type stats dot do. Hit enter. Right? It tells you which version of ServiceNow you are in. What is the bill name? Quebec. Quebec is your bill name. Yeah. And what is your instance name? Dev 104773. Dev 104773. Yeah. And this is what your instance from properties and all. Some network issues, network configuration data there. Okay. And this will be called as ServiceNow banner, the instance banner. This area will be called as a banner, right? And this will be your logo, right? Out of the box logo, and this is a banner text. We call it as banner text. And this particular part, right? This particular part will be called as a login information. Who you log in as? If you log in as Mandeep, if you logged in as Rakesh, if you logged in as John, that will be displayed as what you are. What's your profile? Log out. We'll talk about impersonating. If you click on profile, you will see your profile there. First name, last name, email address, and all the stuff. Yeah. And this is a search icon. Okay, you can go ahead and search for the problem tickets, incident, or change request. All these things that will be searched here. This is the chatbot, right? You can chat within this particular service now. It's not something you can chat with, your Facebook or something. It's like, if me and Mandip both are using a ServiceNow instance, I can chat with Mandip on the same instance. Yeah. And this place we see knowledge base articles. Knowledge base articles is something the service whole point of services is to make sure your services, you reduce the number of calls that you receive. Automation, correct? So you will create a bunch of documents for each and every issue. So when user created a documentation, when you create a user requested an issue, so immediately there will be a document that will be, we will keep, we'll prepare documents and everything and keep it here. That will be there. And this will be our settings. Settings. Remember, ServiceNow is available in two different user interfaces. Okay. One is UI 15, another one is UI 16. User interface 15. ServiceNow is available in two UIs, user interface. What is user interface? It's just look and feel, right? Look and feel. It is available in two UIs, UI 15 and UI 16. The current UI what we are in is a UI 15. Sorry, UI 16. And if you click on UI 15, it will take into the UI 15. Right? It looks like that. So where it kind of less graphics, less internet bandwidth consumption, kind of stuff. It's UI 15. Technically, there will not be any differences, but it will all be like, the look and feel will be changed there. And if you wanted to change back the UI, just click on this and change it to UI 16. It'll take you back. Okay, that's one. And this area will be called as home page. Home page can always be changed, and you can have a bunch of home pages created and added here. Ideal home page, etc. One second, just a moment. Okay, then this very important thing will be this. This will be, we call it as the left navigation. In the left navigation, we will have application menus. Remember, very, very important. In the application menus, we will have modules. Okay, something like self-service is an application menu. In that, we have homepage business applications is a module. Application menu, and we have modules here. And App Engine Studio is an application menu, and we have different modules here. Benchmarks is an application menu. We have modules here. Business calendar modules. Right? That's how it goes. If you want it to be a favorite, just hashtag or select a star, that will be displayed here. Self-service. Right? I wanted to make App Engine Studio favorite. Come here, App Engine Studio. And if you wanted to see the history, that history will be here. I just opened this profile, right? That is being displayed here. This is what I actually accessed a minute ago, right? That is the history. Okay. Any questions? Yes, no, all right.
instance can be changed, is it? So I had created a Orlando instance. Now I guess we have to use Quebec. So can we change it after creating an instance?
Yeah. I think you can change it. Just upgrade. Click on upgrade instance here. Yeah.
Okay.
Just what you need to do, just select your name here and here, and you will see the upgrade instance here. It will take to the upgrade.
Okay. That's my instance.
Hmm? Okay.
Okay.
That's the answer to question, Santosh.
Got it. Got it.
Okay.
So,
Very good. Very good.
for practicing Quebec is what we have to use.
This is the latest version. I don't want to teach you on something that old.
Okay, I got it. Got it. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Rest of people. All right. If no questions, let's wrap it up. We'll catch you tomorrow. Then. Yeah. Thank you. At least say bye, please. Somebody just.
Yeah, thanks, Vijay.
Thanks a lot. Finally,
Vijay,
somebody's
hello.
talking to me. Yeah.
Vijay,
Vijay?
hello.
I can hear you,
Yeah,
Anuj.
can
Yeah,
you?
don't worry. I can hear you.
Yeah. Can you please show me how to open instance account once again?
Absolutely. Yeah. So just sign out. Go to developer.servicenow.com.
Okay,
Sign in.
sign in. Okay,
Get a ServiceNow account.
okay, then register.
Register. Yeah. First name, last name, and all.
Okay,
Enter. You will get an email. Then you go ahead and sign in here.
okay, got it. Okay, Vijay,
Okay.
clear.
Very good. Shalom.
Thank you.
Talk. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thanks, Vijay. Bye.
Bye. Santosh.